My talk is called This Is Not Your Favourite Movie, or How to Increase the Bit Depth of Your Movie Viewing Experience. So this, despite what some of you may think, is not your favourite film. Neither is this. This is in fact worse than the previous one. And neither is this. In fact, that upsets me most. I don't think the Posse wives are here today, but if any of them like either of these films, they'll have to speak to me personally. As I said, when I went to eat with my wife, I was sitting there thinking, if my wife comes out of this film having liked it, then we might have to have a serious discussion about it. Luckily, she said at the end of Eat, she wanted to kill herself, and she knew she still had prey and love still together. So we're still together. But that's not bringing in the bit depth thing. So how do we get to have better taste in films? Because geeks have bad taste, that's my general theory. And what I'm going to use is a metaphor, just like Fred had a metaphor. So how do you get to be a better developer? So there's three ways that easy ways that you could use to become a better developer. You could read more code, you could write less code, or refactor, get your code more succinct and clearer, and you can also go meta, so you can be aware of what you're doing, you can be aware of what you're writing, and be aware of your thought processes and stuff. And we can do the same thing for films. So the first thing you can do is watch a freaking lot of films. So if you know somebody like Carl and you can sign up for Netflix in the UK, you can sign up for a lot of films. Just watch every single film you can find. That may not help because you may then watch every single bad film you can find. So you can watch The Matrix 1, you can watch Matrix 2, you can watch Matrix 3, you could go back to the start with Matrix Origins. That will not make you have better taste in film. What you could do, and what I've done before the internet and after the internet, is hyperlink your way through films. So basically, if you watch a film and there's something in a film that makes you interested in something else, you keep going. So if you watch Star Wars, which is not your favourite film, Star Wars is a complete rip-off of Akira Kurosawa's Hidden Fortress. If you watch Hidden Fortress, it's a film made in the 60s, I think, about samurais and stuff in medieval Japan, but there's got Princess Leia's in it, Han Solo's in it, R2-D2 and C-3PO are in it. They're just human beings, they're not robots. If you watch that and you think that's pretty good, you then watch Seven Samurai, because it's the classic. It's for everybody's got Seven Samurai by Kurosawa. You watch that, then you watch the remake, which was the Magnificent Seven. So you've now seen the original, you've seen the remake. If you've now seen a classic western, you can go and see a classic anti-western like Johnny Guitar. And now that you've seen Joan Crawford and Johnny Guitar, you can go and watch Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. When you've watched that and you want to see more films with psychopathic mothers who are dominating over their sons, you can go and watch Santa Sangre. And then when you're interested in operatic over-the-top Italian films, you go and watch Fellini's La Dolce Vita. So you can just work your way through. I need to speed up. What you can also do is watch less films. So this is a film by Pedro Almodovar called Broken Braces. So what you do is you watch the same film over and over and over again. What you can also do is, but it's a good film. You watch it again, you can watch it. What I do is I put the film on, I'll go and do something else, so you just hear the soundtrack, you can just hear the dialogue and the music, you can't see the pictures. You can also watch it with the sound off, because you're trying to speak to your wife or something. And you'll see different things if you watch the same film in different ways. I used to be an objectivist and you couldn't hear the film, so I've seen loads of films but I don't know what the dialogue is, but you can see the pictures. The last thing is, you go meta. So you start reading about films, you start listening to podcasts about films. My favourite director is Alfred Hitchcock, and there's a book-long interview where Francois Truffaut interviewed Hitchcock over a space of many days. All of the interviews are available as MP3s on the internet somewhere. Well, not somewhere, you can ask me and I can tell you where they are. And he asked him about every single film he's made, what was good about it, what was bad about it, what did you like, what were you trying to do, what worked, just a history of everything. It's fantastic. And that is my favourite film, so it's Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. Thank you very much.